Nipah! Welcome back, everybody. It's time for the daily Nipah Rika Fruit Simulator 25. You get yourself here at socksmakepeoplesexy.net/games and .itch.io. It got a nice boost yesterday, which is lovely to hear. I hope more people pick it up. Rika. Oh, Rika's outside with the big moon. That's a big moon there, Rika. That moon? It's large. And in charge. Excuse me. Good afternoon, everybody. I am just a tired individual today, I guess. Took me a little while to get started today. I realized I got up pretty early, though, and then I spent like a couple hours without taking my medication, so my brain was probably just like, since I usually take my medicine pretty quickly after I get up. But that's probably why it made me a little sluggish. But I was just a little tired. It was a little chilly, so it's making it a little easier to be sleepy. And I was sleepy, and that's all there is to it. But today, we get back to our orc slaying. Woo! That is the near miracle. A miracle. That's a miracle. What a miracle. Yep, that's a miracle. What a miracle. Ho ho. Alright, I have to open the. There we go. Excuse me. Jeez. Gotta get these yawns out of my system. Gotta wait for that medicine to kick in, really. My psych was back today. That's a straight as well. Very nice. After being on leave for the last couple of months. Oopsie. God, it was so nice to talk to her again. That is a triple double. It is such a blessing to have a go-to professional like that I can talk to. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Oh, sorry. I'm still trying to get up. Oh man. Dinner yesterday was freaking amazing. I was busy doing the RGL's 10th celebration. I played a run of Zexion and then I did Final Fantasy, which was a lot of fun. Yo, what's up, How you doing today? That's our motherfucking mob right there, Wood. That's our motherfucking mob. Oh, excuse me. I was just tired today. Yo, Ms. Soup Boy, don't you mean Sauce Boy? Soupy Sauce Boy? Yo, I really wanna. You should record your last missions just from start to finish. I really want to watch the whole thing, if that's possible. For your final mission on BAI, Grey Knights. Fuck yeah, that needs to be documented. A current run from Brutal AI start to finish, going to the last mission. Gonna be interesting. I noticed you have a sister to help give you more turns with that Inspire, which is also pretty smart. I forgot that the Grey Knight's got that teleportation ability is huge when it comes to making them better, like legitimately huge. And it makes their small numbers not so bad when they have that good of an ability. She's not crucial because, oh yeah, the Captain Chaplains can also do that. That's true. She was the faith that you needed before. Might be a good idea just to cake her on the last mission. Backup faith. I don't know if you have like 16 Grey Knight plans or something for the last mission. Well, no. It's triple though. That would mean no Dreadnought. And clearly you're bringing a Dreadnought. You're not even a high tier yet? I see you can't go on the last mission. You don't have the proper dropship. Or the mission itself. Okay. That is a double triple. Because you get high tier master crafting early, yeah. It's good to set up. I don't know if you can make those javelins yet, but you can a high tier. Javelin in one hand, Psy, ammoed Stormbolter in the other. What more could you want? Force halberds, that's what it is. Yeah, not javelins. Yeah, I don't know why I call them javelins. The force halberd. I think our orcs are just going to be fighting shit today. I don't really have any plans to go to the final mission. I just kind of want to beat shit up with the orcs. Yep, Psybolt, Stormbolters, yes. Those are a couple of big upgrades, giving them even better ammo, making them teleport. Those are huge. That teleportation is really nice. And judging how they work on the tabletop, that seems pretty accurate as well. Being able to just teleport to places, getting up on top of shit. Yeah, it is. Like, you can get a lot of extra movement in the teleports and get on top of shit. I really enjoy that. We're gonna be rolling around with our bikes and that's straight. Our bikes and our Defcopters today, I feel. Since we can have 8 of them in a mission, which is hilarious. A lot of young orcs are probably gonna die, but it's gonna be a lot of fun. Defcopters just are not very powerful, and we're facing late game things, so they're just gonna be melted. Well, not so much with the bikes, I guess, but it's gonna be fun to use anyway. What I'm gonna do on the final mission treasures, I will learn from you and wait a turn. Well, you're only gonna have 16 units. You do get the 2... Oh, that's a trip dub. You do get the 2 orbital beacon strikes on the first and second part of the mission. Just make sure not to blow up your own orbital strike with your other orbital strike. So these are big, good starting. The problem after that, though, is the Grey Knights, in specifically the first part, there's just no cover. And they have lots of long firing stuff at the first part. That's your biggest tough part. You get to the second part, you can play outside the walls and shit. But unless you have some really long-range individuals, the first part's gonna be a fucking mess. But at the same time, on Brutal AI, they'll probably charge you, so playing out of your ship might have to be the way you do it. I don't know, honestly. I can't conceive that many enemies being on Brutal AI, so I just haven't really thought about it, but... I mean, you made it this far, right? Maybe I should give the Grey Knights another try. They sent like I was messing with their teleport a little bit. It is really fun. With the assassin playthrough, we got 4 Grey Knights. Yeah, unfortunately, pure aggression only works if you're like, if you break. The only time I could just, oh, that's a 4 house. The only time I could just like sprint across the field was when I was cultist, because we were that powerful. Like our chaos cultist run was insane. They're so strong, it's just so... yeah, absolutely. Saturnines can teleport as well, yeah. Which is fantastic. As it should be. Which makes it, like, I'm sure they have, like, built-in power fists that can melt anything. Or if you give them a Force Halberd. Which, yes, you absolutely should give one to your Inquisitor, because they will melt anything with that. With 100% accuracy and 10 times, because it says his stupid head. Yeah, I think you get like 3 shots though, and that includes all 3 portions of the final mission. You don't get them back between mission spots. So use those 3 shots wisely. Oh, you get them back 1 shot per turn? Oh, I didn't know that. I thought they ran out. Huh. That must be a new addition. I like that. Gives it a little more oomph to a super armor like that. Oh, it's an auto fire. Yeah, right. And you get 20 shots or something. And you get 1 back per turn. Okay, so you can't spam it, but it's still there. I like that, I still like that way better than what it was done previously. That's a triple double. Well done, Rika. I still like how much better that is in general. For sure. I like the fact that it's not just you use it twice and it's done, which is great for like single missions, but for the final mission, it kind of makes it pointless. I would advise, if you do manage to get past the first level, to not take out the gate before repairing everybody, recharging your Saturnine's ammo, and continuing forward. Take those extra turns. Or MC Power Swords, yeah. MC Power Swords are really good because they're cost efficient and energy efficient. And they mostly kill in 1 to 2 hits. Sometimes 3. Depends on what you're fighting. Sometimes even more if you're fighting like one of the legendary enemies, but... I have really been enjoying the assault cannon on the orcs. Especially the... I gotta say the war boss has been a ton of fun. They get the most DACA. They have a great claw. I am looking forward to lots of slaying with the war boss. Have a Stormbolter, yeah. I mean, the fact that it's a one-handed gun that can shoot that often is just nice in itself. Don't look away on grabbing maybe a grav cannon or something. Grav gun of some kind. Grav guns are probably the strongest weapon in the game when it comes to final missions and stuff. You don't even need mastercrafted since they take the same ammo as regular. Oh, you have grav pistols? Oh, well, shit. You should... Oh, it's locked off. Okay. I was about to say, you give everybody a grav pistol. Bada bing, bing, bing. Boom. What's up, Pell? Pell, Tor. Nipah! Because a lot of GKs you'd give a grav gun to in the first aid need a one. Oh, yeah, for sure. It's true. It's true. Ah, yeah, sorry, Pell. But it'll make you look even more fantastic. It's always the positive in all this. Sacrificing the melee isn't an option. No, it's not. No, it definitely isn't. The last mission, you need many meleeers to deal with the intense amount of thick armor that you're gonna have to go through. And there are no better options than melee, of course. I'm rooting for you. I'd love to see it. The last mission was always the one that I got hung up on. Bada-boom. The only reason I really haven't pushed more on Brutal AI. That, and it I don't know. I just haven't been up for that kind of intense of a challenge recently. I've more like it's still a tough game even without Brutal AI. But it's definitely much tougher. Maybe I'll switch on Brutal for me anyway. This is more of a study run. Yeah, that's fair. Absolutely. Hey, you made it there. That's already a big, well, you've almost made it there. You're not high tier yet, but I can't imagine it's going to be much tougher if you're already leveling endgame enemies. So. I agree, Rika. I agree. Yeah, exactly. So there you go. Could have just lost that mission at any moment. Fair. Remember you saying you felt screwed, but then you ended up winning. I guess days are gone when a Grey Knight dies to a single zombie, maybe. You bodied them, didn't just win. Fucking destroyed they ass, Miz. Because the Grey Knights used to be a little more fragile back in the day. So hopefully their armor is actually boosted to the point where they can take some hits and not die. It sounds like they did. A tactical armor option as well? Yeah. It's all about who's working on it, I believe, but hopefully. That'd be cool. I'd love that Derek says all them glowy ass weapons. Those look cool as hell. That's a triple double Rika. And that is not correct. There we go. Imagine the mobility if you just... Oh yeah, if you could teleport in tactical armor? Oh yeah. You'd be sprinting all over the field. Holy shit. You'd be so fast. Obviously less armored, but that's the trade-off, of course. can't be too speedy and be the biggest armored unless you're like a unique unit, of course. Or a one-time unit like the war boss or something. But that's a 2x2 even, and yeah, we saw how fast they can get murdered. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a straight. Maybe, Miz, you could take... You lost my Inquisitor and his relic armor to 1? Yeah, they're tough. That's a triple-double. Maybe you should take your save before going on the final mission and duplicate it. I don't know if you're doing it on Iron Man. I assume you are. Or Iron Nom. That way you can try maybe a couple different approaches at the final mission to get an understanding for it. A real feeling for like the first part or something, in case you go there and either just get a straight up mean mugged, so you're like, okay, well that didn't actually help me at all. They might take a couple playthroughs of just trying out the end, you know. Not a bad idea. Reset the game if it's a game over. Oh, I guess that's fair. Just something to get an idea of what the end game is going to be like on Brutal AI. Yeah, I don't ever edit, so I don't have much of an idea. I assume it's pretty easy, but I don't know. But that's triple-double. But yeah, just to get an idea of what the fucking final mission's gonna be like when you're faced... Like, if you macked a goddamn mixed high-end Chaos base, which I'm sure had plenty of Terminators in it, the thing is you get a lot of cover in those bases, though. You do not get cover at all, almost, in the first part. That's the difference. You don't have anywhere to, like... You don't have hard cover blockers except for your ship. That's the big difference in the last mission. And I love being aggressive too, Miz. I really do. But there's a lot of points where you just can't, and I feel like that's a big one. And I'm pretty sure how much you're dealing with Brutal AI that well. I know, it's given me a new... kind of a new life on thinking the game might be achievable on BAI on the final mission. And I might join you on the next playthrough on BAI. But not with Marines, with somebody else. Maybe I'll try the Assassins on Brutal AI. That'd be interesting, right? Like just a few elite assassins versus like a fucking ton, except for the last mission again would kind of... The problem with that is you get the same amount of troops on the last mission, but you don't get nearly as many hulking beastly troops like you do when you're the Grey Knights. But you do get 4 Grey Knights, so I don't know. Or oh yeah, just because, yeah, because they will ignore it and go for the lighter armored units, right? Because they know which one they can kill easier. So your Dreadnought gets ignored and goes after some other things. I know you mentioned something about that. The Dreadnought just gets ignored a lot because of its armor's so thick. Mission, but enemies almost the entire Gene Stealer list just ignores Dreadnoughts. Yeah, that's true. Ignores Turbies to go after something else. That kind of plays in your hand really well if you just bring like penitence every time, because then you're only losing like 30k worth of penitence and you're gaining like tons of cash. Like that's massively advantageous, to be honest. Even in a brutal AI versus normal AI setting, if they're just ignoring your big units, and then your big units can just go and crush them, like that's really good. The best early game unit? Oh yeah, because they just kept ignoring it. I love that the Penitent engine has such great armor, but it's just like a person strapped in, like you could see their whole body and like just shoot them. It's like just shoot the Penitent. It's a person on meth, yeah. Well, there's always going to be reasonings for it, but it's just amusing, like, it is set up for it. Also reminds me of Twisted Metal. I don't know if you ever played Twisted Metal, but there was a dude that had like 2 big wheels and their arms inside the wheels. Reminds me a little bit of that. Might have been a little bit before you were gaming. Yeah, tank buffs. Like, I feel like the sacrificial lamb approach on BAI seems to work significantly well if they're just going to ignore your high-armed troops. But you're right, when you fight Terminators, they're probably not going to. What's up, Rungo? I mean, the twin stick stuff. Oh, yeah, I get you. I get you, Rungo. It can be tough. I think there's settings to turn that off, Rungo, but if it's not for you, that's understandable. It works very well. Yeah. The first big yellow dude in the game is suggesting I turn assists on. First big yellow dude. Oh, the Sentinel. Gotcha. Yeah, not the Sentinel. I don't know what that's called. Triple double, the first space pirate. I know what you're saying. And honestly, if assists would make it easier for you. Yeah, I gotcha, Rogo. I gotcha. The twin. I think there's a setting to make it less twin sticky, but I honestly do not know. I wouldn't know if this works because my Dread died before this, but I'd recommend bringing it. Oh, under the Space Hulk. Well, without brutal AI on, they're not gonna ignore it. They see the Dreadnought, they're just gonna run at it. Also, orcs. I guess Killicans are their version of a Dreadnought, but not nearly as meaty. Oh yeah, for sure, Miz. For sure. Yeah, I frequently forget the twin stick nature of that game can be really tough to pick up. It took me a while to get used to the left bumper being jump, and I still use my right thumb to jump most of the time. I don't even know if they ignore the Dread. Yeah. And just maybe because he'll be the only unit that can survive endless. Oh yeah, for sure. They have like 100% corruption resistance and super thick armor, so it's not really gonna penetrate. I don't know what Dreadnought. Units in 1 turn on the final floor of the Hulk. Woof. Sounds about right. And had to hold out in a single room for like 15 turns. Woof. They didn't respawn? Surprised. Or maybe you just found your opportunity to get out and do your thing. And the last roll of the day, Rika, what do we got here? Alrighty, Rika, that's another 200 fates. We had 8,000, and we keep going, baby. But that's gonna be it for today's Daily Nipah. Thank you so much for joining. If you would like to pick it up yourself, and you should, socksmadepeoplesexy.net/games.itch.io. It's free. And until next time, thank you so much. Please like and subscribe. Appreciate that as well. Positive vibes, and remember...